Hello Aries, and welcome to your April 2019 reading. Give me just a moment to go ahead and lay out your spread. Also, I do apologize for the setup. I am in the middle of relocating and things are a little bit up in the air. However, I wanted to go ahead and just briefly relay your messages for this month. I may do mid-month. I'm not 100% sure yet. If time allows, then I will definitely do so. Aries, you have some very positive things that are wanting to come through here. But there's going to have to be a ending of a cycle, closing out of a chapter of some kind here. We do have the World showing up here at the center of your spread, and this does indicate closure. It's typically a quite big closure, a quite big chapter of your life that is coming to a close. Some of you, this is involving a Scorpio. I also feel that you may be dealing with someone who is, I don't want to say spying, I want to say lurking. You're dealing with someone who is lurking. You may feel that someone is in your business. And it's like they're sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong. And I feel that this is aggravating you, this is frustrating you, and this may very well come to a boiling point. So this is something that you definitely need to keep an eye on during this time, because it seems that for some of you, this may be in the career environment, but for the majority, I feel this is in your love relationship. It's like someone has prying eyes or prying ears. I'm definitely getting that here. It's like someone is wanting to backbite you or sabotage you in some way. Yes, and see, your clarifier here is the Three of Cups. So this does indicate gossip. I'm getting for some of you slander. I feel like something is going on behind your back, okay? Something is going on behind your back. Some of you, this is gossip going on. Like in the work environment. It could also be in the family. It could be about your relationship. I feel this is highly centered around relationships. Okay, so you may have a frenemy. I'm definitely getting that. This is something to be careful of. Someone is trying to... I'm going to clarify your High Priestess here. This may be, where someone is trying to criticize you. And yes, constructive criticism is always a good thing. However, when it becomes slander or gossip, and, constructive criticism is done with positive intentions. When there's negative intentions, that is just to bring you down. I feel as if someone is wanting to bring you down. So your clarifiers for the High Priestess here are the Magician and the Knight of Wands. So this Knight of Wands, this is you or another fire sign like yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is someone who can be quite flighty and quite flaky. So, and they're showing up here with the Magician. So this is someone who can put on quite a show. They're very charming, they're very seductive, And, I keep noticing the look on his face here. It seems as though someone is, they're playing games. They're pulling tricks on you, okay? That's what I'm getting from this person. And showing up with the High Priestess, this is definitely indicating that you need to use your intuition in this situation. Because I feel that, this is something that could, it may make you a bit overly emotional. And, normally where you're quick to fly off the handle, I feel that there's a situation where you're reacting more emotionally. It's a very emotionally charged situation or response. Okay? 3 people involved. For a lot of you, there are 3 people involved. You do have this Ace of Cups here. This is typically an offer of love, an offer of emotion, an extension of emotion. I'm going to clarify this. Okay. Okay. So, some of you may already be in a relationship. Okay, some of you may already be in a relationship. And I feel that there could have been third-party interference on either side. And it seems as though someone is working very hard. Someone is working very hard to make the necessary changes to leave the relationship. Okay? This could be you. I feel for a lot of you that this is you. You're thinking heavily about the situation, and it seems like you keep getting closer and closer. You're thinking, how am I ever going to get out? How am I ever going to do it all on my own? How am I ever going to support, my own household? How am I going to pull all the weight by myself? That is the feeling that I'm picking up here. Also, be very careful about your emotional state. I feel for some of you this is weighing heavily on your mind, and you don't want to slip into a state of negativity, okay? Some of you are in a relationship where something is going on behind your back. Something is off, but you can't put your finger on it. It's like you have that intuitive feeling. You know it in your gut. But you're unable to acquire that tangible physical proof, okay? That is what I'm feeling going on. Those of you this pertains to, you will know that it pertains to you. But I feel that you're very overwhelmed at this time. You're overwhelmed with work. You're overwhelmed with thoughts. Your mind is overwhelming you. There is something that you're wanting to walk away from. Many of you, it's a relationship. Some of you, it can very well be career, but I feel many of you, it is a relationship. And this may have been something that was quite long-standing. You may live with this person. Some of you are in love with someone else, and you're wanting to move forward in that chapter of your life. With the World being here at the center, again, this indicates closure, a need for a cycle to end. And it appears that's what you're trying to do. But there's always that self-doubt, that questioning, that, well, can I do it? Should I do it? Once I, make a decision, it will not be able to be undone. I feel like these are all thoughts that are going through your head. Should I walk away? Should I stay? Should I go? Can I do it all? There's a lot of self-doubt here. Those of you where, someone that you have not heard from is popping back up, I feel that if this is someone that has disappointed you in the past or lied to you in the past, they're going to do so again. Okay? I'm definitely getting that from this magician. I don't always get that here, but I am in this circumstance. It's like if someone is coming back around saying that they've changed, I do not feel that they have. I feel that it's just going to be, it's a waste of your emotions and your mind. Your mental state of health is very important at this time. It's like someone has got over on you multiple times, okay? Now, you do have the King of Swords showing up here. This would be an air sign, which is a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. And you also have the Queen of Pentacles. So this would be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For some of you, you know, as I said, there may be 2 love interests here. There may be 3 for some, but I'm seeing these predominantly these 2. You have the lovers here as well. This does represent to me needing to make a decision in a love relationship. I feel that things are, as I said, it's coming to a head. Some of you are questioning if your partner is involved with someone else. And it's like it's really eating away at you. And, you know, you're feeling that something is off, but you're unable to 100%, you know, uncover the truth. I really feel that you're trying to uncover the truth. And, you know, you may end up deciding that sometimes, you know, we don't get the answers to everything. Sometimes we have to make our own closure. And I feel that that's the conclusion that some of you are coming to, where you're saying, okay, this has to end, this has to change, and I just need to close out this cycle and move on. Yes, I may feel a little vulnerable, but, you know, is it worth draining my own mental state and my own emotions, staying stuck in this situation, trying to uncover answers, or should I just exit and make a clean break? So I feel that there's this weighing of the pros and cons. This person showing up here, this King of Swords, you know, this is typically a quite noble person. There's great communication skills here. This is someone who, you know, they're all about morals, integrity. This is a very positive influence to have in your life at this time. I do feel someone is trying to help guide you or give you advice as to how to proceed forward, closing out this chapter, walking away from this situation. Now, those of you it's not relationships, you know, it can be work environment where you're dealing with gossip behind your back. And, you know, it's affecting you negatively and it's draining you. And I feel like something is, you know, stealing your happiness, taking away your happiness. You also, you know, this earth energy showing up here, this is someone who is very grounded, very stable. But I'm picking up, like, not being aware of their surroundings. So, you know, I'm going to clarify this a bit further. You may be feeling a lack of attention. You know, like someone is not giving you the proper attention that you need. Or you may be in a job where, you know, you're unhappy there, but you're stuck there for the money, okay? Or a relationship as well, where you're not happy, but you're stuck there for the money. I'm picking that up. And I feel that there's some resentment building. Your clarifier here is the Star. This is all about hopes, you know, wishing, praying. I feel many of you, this is financial. You are focused on building up your finances for a specific purpose. You're praying for money to come through at this time. It's like, how am I going to do it? How am I going to, you know, make these crops grow? I feel that you're needing, you know, this is also about nurturing yourself. I feel like this is something that's coming up also. Many of you are feeling vulnerable, and it's like you're wanting someone to nurture you. Or you're not even having the time to nurture yourself. There's a lot of financial focus here, where it's like you may be feeling that money is going to solve everything right now. I kind of feel that the love environment is not as much of a priority as the financial sector right now. And if someone is tempting you, trying to break into your relationship, I feel that is something to be leery of at this time as well. So here you have the Fool. This is all about new beginnings. New beginnings, starting all over. Dropping that baggage, getting rid of any dead weight. I feel like, this is you. Anyway, this is you. Is showing up on top of this King of Swords. So I feel that, you're ready to start a new journey. You're ready to start a new journey, and, you're headed in that direction. Yes, there's going to be self-doubt. Yes, there's going to be those feelings of, well, can I do it? I feel most of that is financial. Can I carry the weight financially? That is the main feeling that I have here. But I feel that, you are ready to take that leap of faith. Many of you are exiting a relationship, okay? Are leaving a love interest behind that is not serving you. For some of you, this may be a new love interest that you have got involved with, where you're starting all over with this person, okay? Again, if that is you, you will know that it applies to you. Those of you where this is the other way around, I feel that someone may be quite smitten with you, and they're very optimistic, and they are looking forward to forming a union with you. And for some of you, you're not really interested. It's like the feelings are not reciprocated in that way. I feel, if that's the case, it would be best to, just communicate that in a soft way. Because, treat others how you would want them to treat you, right? That is something that I'm feeling, because you may feel like, I don't want to hurt this person, but I just don't feel the same way. So be very careful about, being flaky or being flighty, or just, temporarily pacifying someone, or holding back information just so that they don't get hurt. Because I feel for some of you, there's something that has been hidden here that may involve, as I said, gossip. Someone may hear something through the grapevine. And for some of you, this is something where if you were to communicate it, I feel it's very important that you tell them yourself first. It's like, tell them yourself before they get a chance to hear it from someone else. If you know what I mean. That's what I'm getting. Like, if you've had any third party infidelity, or no matter what it is, I just feel like someone is feeling hurt here, due to something that they're hearing through the grapevine. So if this is something that is weighing heavily on you, where you may have said some things to a person, or you may have spoken badly about a person, I definitely feel, in order to clear the air, if you were to go to this person and tell them, if this is a relationship you want to sustain, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or family, I just feel that it's best that you have integrity, go to them and tell them before things get out of control and they can hear it from someone else, okay? That is what I'm feeling. I feel that there are some regrets here, and if this is a person you want to stay in your life, I think that, they're the type where they're saying, if you had have just told me, I could have forgiven it. If you had have just been honest with me, I could have overlooked it. I could have worked through it. So I'm picking that up, definitely, okay? And know that will not apply to all of you, but to those of you that it does, I'm feeling that quite strongly, because there's very much, like a group mentality going on here, like group gossip. I feel this. Now, you also have this Three of Pentacles here. This is about cooperation, cohesion, coming together as a group, as a unit. It does typically involve 3 people. Some of you, there is a love interest in the work environment. Be very cautious about this. It typically always ends badly. So, just a little bit of a warning there. Some of you feel like someone in your work environment is tearing you down, where they're constantly criticizing you, they're constantly on you. It's like someone nagging at you. And if you hear something, through the grapevine about someone else, it's kind of like, well, do I do the right thing and go tell this person, or is that just starting drama and gossip and trouble? I feel there's a toss up with something like that, okay? Where, you're like, okay, I don't want to be the whistleblower, but would it be the right thing to go and tell this person this? How can I deliver this message without it being considered, slander or gossip, or without it turning on me in some way? It seems that some of you have some type of knowledge, some type of information, and you're debating, do I go tell them this or not? Or do I keep it under wraps to myself? This seems like a pretty good person, and I feel that, if they're a really good person, and it's kind of like you may know that they're being falsely accused, or that the information that is being said is not true, I feel that, it may just be where you need to do the right thing, okay? Whatever that is to you. It's like, try to put yourself in those shoes and, see if you would want someone to come and tell you or not, okay? But I feel that there's will I end up getting myself dragged into it? Will it hurt me? Those are the types of things I'm picking up, especially if it is a work environment or even among a group of friends. This type of thing happens among groups of friends all the time, where someone is talking about the other person and you're like, well, the right thing to do would be to tell them, but I don't want to get in the middle of it, that kind of thing. So it's really a time to go within and observe. And I would say, treat others how you would want to be treated. Because it seems as though someone's reputation is very much at stake here. Someone's emotional state as well. Okay, you guys. So I will see you in the month of May. Enjoy your month of April.